This February, Joan and I went on our second National Geographic expedition to be with mother gray whales and their new babies on the Mexican coast of the Baja Peninsula.
Our first expedition with National Geographic was last July, when we escaped the Texas summer and headed to Alaska. Each morning, it was as if we were sailing into a new, amazing painting. We saw sea otters, humpback whales, and killer whales, and spent an afternoon watching bears feed at a bear sanctuary.
Hey Alan, did you sign the will?
Alan even did a polar plunge near the glaciers into 40-degree water. It may have been a crazy thing to do for an old man, but Alan swears that the polar plunge made him feel years younger.
Each winter, gray whales travel an amazing 10,000 miles south from their feeding grounds in the Arctic. Pregnant mothers finish their journey in only 3 bays off the Pacific Mexican coast. Magdalena Bay is one of the largest of these 3 bays. By mid-February, the whale population in these bays increases to its largest numbers, and by the end of April, the whales have begun their return trip north. Mothers give birth to their new babies in shallow waters of 20 to 30 feet. As soon as the calf is born, the mother gray whale must immediately push her new baby to the surface so it can take its first breath of air. Baby whales drink an unbelievable 50 gallons of milk a day. In 2 or 3 months, the new calves will be strong enough to begin their first journey northward with their mothers.
Our trip to Baja this year was on the Sea Lion. The Sea Lion is the sister ship to the Seabird, which we were on for our Alaska trip. Alan and I began our Baja adventure by flying from Austin to Laredo, Mexico, a day before the Sea Lion departed. We stayed at a lovely boutique hotel right on the Laredo City Square. We enjoyed a delicious dinner that evening and explored Laredo the next day. The afternoon of our departure, we met our fellow travelers. From Laredo, we were bussed across the Baja Peninsula to Magdalena Bay and boarded the Sea Lion. Our cabin had 2 single beds and a bathroom with a shower. The crew kept us busy each day, so we were only in our cabin at night to sleep. Meals were wonderful, and cocktail hours were great. And after dinner each evening, the trip leader and one of the naturalists recapped our day and explained what we were going to experience the next day. Our first day of whale watching was spent exploring the waters of South Magdalena Bay. We went out in a fiberglass boat called Pangas. The waves and wind on the bay were so intense that first day that Alan and I decided to skip the afternoon trip. The following day, the Sea Lion anchored near the tiny village of Puerto Magdalena. Puerto Magdalena has 70 full-time residents. The village has 4 elementary students and 1 girl in junior high. Alan and I did a photo walk of the village in the morning. In the afternoon, Jose Chejo, who owns the only restaurant in Puerto Magdalena, told us the story of his restaurant and how his grandfather first settled Puerto Magdalena some 40 years ago. Puerto Magdalena has a beautiful little church. A priest comes to the village once each month to celebrate Mass. Alan and I found Puerto Magdalena to be a small village with a huge heart. That afternoon, the sea lion made its way north through a narrow channel called Hull Canal. It's called Hull Canal because the waters are so shallow that ships like our sea lion can actually kiss the seafloor with their hulls. A friendly dolphin also seemed to lead the way. After lunch, the ship anchored in the shallow water of Lopez Mateos. The afternoon would prove to be our most exciting time of whale watching. We experienced many opportunities to see an exciting whale activity known as sky hopping. Alan and I were lucky enough to see two whales dance a sky-hopping duet. The next day, the sea lion made its way back through the Hull Canal, and we anchored once again in Magdalena Bay. After lunch, we visited beautiful Sand Dollar Beach on the Pacific coast off Magdalena Bay. We hiked over amazing dunes to reach the Pacific Ocean and the Sand Dollar Beach. Hundreds of sand dollars were over the beach that were as large as the palm of your hand. We met Kimberly on the beach and had some fun taking photos with the sand dollars. After hiking back to where the sea lion was anchored, the staff had set out beach chairs and served a wonderful afternoon cocktail hour.
La mula bronca que anda despoblado se me escapó del rancho desde ayer y los rancheros se han alborotado por agarrarla y no hayan como hacer. Con esa mula prieta pajarera que por mañosa me hace renegar. Cuando le montono camina y comienza a respirar. Con esa mula valedor ven a las 12 sin querer, alborotado, ya muy cansado por tu maldito proceder. Voy a pegarle en el limón y no tenerle compasión, porque esa mula es reteyula, te las encargo por...
The next morning, it was difficult saying goodbye to our many new friends. It was especially hard to say goodbye to Kimberly, but we three made a promise to get together again, either on another National Geographic expedition or somewhere in the States.
Cuando la tenga dentro del potrero, la enseñaré a que me haga respetar, para que siente el temple de un ranchero. Voy a latarla y darle una lección. Cuando la tenga dentro mío, regresar cuando el sol me haya ocultado. Voy a gozar como nunca lo había gozado. Ya me voy a la playa, mi corazón es
Alan and I will certainly carry with us the magic of the gray whales of Magdalena Bay.
Siempre que va tu